However, not therefore. However,
there are more than 1,000 students that applied for that subject. So they are not able to get into, as you know, there's only 400 over seats for medicine. So
not everyone.
not everyone able to get into that. But most of the parents is curious on the process. So what are the requirements for them to get into that? Because more than often they heard that not only
Not only.
not only straight A's or 4 flat students can get into the medicine subjects, but sometimes they heard like someone else got 3.9 or 3.8 or 3.7 CGPA, they are able to get into that. So what I want to make the changes in this policy is I want to make this process transparent.
And consistent.
And consistent. Transparent and consistent.
Consistent is the correct pronunciation. Consistent.
Consistent.
Transparent and consistent.
Why is that so? Because if I disclose the full process, how the university admit the students, then the parents won't have any questions. Because back in their mind, they will always have a question why their children can get into the university on the subject they want, and why my children couldn't. Even my children is perfect in their result. So we should disclose on all the requirements that required for a student to admit to a medicine subject or maybe like some other popular subject.
This will also avoid the opposition from accusing the government of corruption and bribery and favoritism.
So this is the first point that I want to mention. The second point that I want to change is on the national automotive policy. Everyone owns a car
in this room.
Right?
Am I right?
Everyone owns a car.
Yes.
Very expensive, right?
Yeah.
Why is that so? Because of the import duty and the excise duty, and the so-called AP. If you purchase a BM or even a Toyota or even a Honda, if it's CBU, when you import a car through Japan or US, you have to get AP.
You have to get an AP.
And then you have to pay high import duty and excise duty.
Do you want to know how much duty you need to pay?
Do you want to know how much duty that you want to pay?
You need to pay.
You need to pay.
Yes, how much?
It's more than 100%.
Meaning, if a
a
car costs 120,000 ringgit,
if a car costs 100,000, you have to pay 200,000 for that. Of course, the government will always mention that it's for the revenue. It's one of the revenue stream for the government because of the high tax to the people. But if we think it in the other way, if we don't give the AP,
if we don't
give the AP to our related party like NASA, if we sell this AP in public, which means anyone in Malaysia can purchase anyone in Malaysia can purchase this AP publicly via auctions. Government could get the same amount of money as well, instead of just giving to a related party. And then secondly, if I'm able to abolish all the import duty and the excise duty, of course people will criticize. Where else could the government get the money if you abolish all the tax? Because it's over 100%. Because you buy one car, I earn 100,000 for all the governments. But if I abolish this, where I can get another revenue stream? The second thing that I want to mention is if I abolish the tax and the excise duty, at the same time, I will abolish the fuel subsidies as well. No one in Malaysia will get the fuel subsidies anymore. Because if you can save 100,000 when you purchase a car, utilize the 100,000 that you save
To buy petrol
to
full
buy-
price.
to buy petrol in full price, which is just about 1 ringgit difference from our current fuel price. So which means you pump your petrol at 3 ringgit per liter instead of 2 ringgit and 10 cents. So I believe this is another revenue stream for our government. Government could save more than, I think, more than 10 billions of fuel subsidies from that. So it make out the same things. But now our government is not doing that because they are imposing, there are plans to impose only poor people is entitled for the fuel subsidies, where the rich people like all of you
You're not focused now. Talk about the AP.
talk about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, you're not focused now.
Okay.
Okay, back to the point.
Okay.
If we abolish the AP,
If we abolish the AP,
it will also stop the opposition from accusing the government,
it will also stop the
opposition
oppositions
from accusing the government of cronyism
on cronyism
and corruption.
and corruptions.
Okay, enough for you. 2
Enough.
points, yeah?
So my
Let me repeat. Enough now.
enough. Okay.
Okay, let me repeat the 2 things that I would do.
Let me repeat the 2 things that I would do. First is on the education policy, which I will make the whole admissions process to be transparent, where everyone understand what is the requirements for get into a university, into a subject that you choose,
Especially for medicine.
especially from medicine.
Number 2.
Number 2, national automotive policy. I will abolish the AP so that everyone can purchase an import car at a reasonable price and everyone is afford to drive a more safety car.
A safer car.
A safer car.
Therefore,
Therefore,
I urge all of you
all of you can support me in the next election in order for me to become the Prime Minister of Malaysia, so that I can implement all the policies that I mentioned in my earlier presentations.
And when I implement these policies,
And when I implement this policy,
you
You
will benefit.
will be benefit from it. Thank you very much.
Do you like this?
Do you like this?